Do you plan your entire month ahead with meals, with activities, with goals, that kind of thing? I do. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you all about how I do it using the Silk and Sonder monthly planner and journal. Hello, this is Anna Laura Brown of annalaurabrown.com, and welcome to today's September journal planning with Silk and Sonder. Stay tuned while I show you how I get started and complete a pretty large amount of this journal during the course of the next several minutes. Okay, so here is the cover of September Silk and Sonder journal. As you can see, the theme is knowledge. So with Silk and Sonder, each month there is a theme for the journal, and they also have an app that has daily meditations, exercises, ways that you can hold yourself accountable, connect with other members of the Silk and Sonder community, that kind of thing. And there's a pretty standard format that the journals follow, and so there's several pages that you want to get started filling out at the beginning of each month. So I'm going to start by flipping through and going to the first page for September that I need to fill out, which is right here, these August reflections. So it asks you to write down things like your August wins, your August challenges, and your August favorite moments. And I'm going to start by putting a few things. I'll probably want to do some meditation and think about some other things, but for one thing, I'm going to put down back pain because I've been dealing with some of that. And it's probably been the biggest issue with August for me. As of the date of this recording, I am waiting to get the results back from a back MRI to find out what's going on. I think I probably have some kind of like a nerve flip disc or something, to hopefully that doesn't create too many obstacles when it comes to my September goals, but we will see. August wins. I work in a sales job, so I'm gonna put hit sales quota, which is always good. I'm also working on reducing my weight, and I made some progress there. Didn't go down a lot, but I think I went down around 3 pounds according to the way I weigh, working to increase that in September. August favorite moments. So I went to LA for a work training. And then what do I want to start, stop, and continue? So I need to think about what I want to put in there for going on, and a couple of things that I'm going to start would be ice, my back, daily, and then I'm going to need to think about some of those others for just a minute and come right back. Okay, so for September, here's some of the additional things I want to put on here. So I'm going to continue with hot yoga 2 times weekly. I'm going to continue with swimming 4 times weekly. So basically that means I rotate. So I have typically one day of the week, usually it's Sunday, when I don't do either of those. The rest of the day, 6 days a week, I'm going to do at least one of those. Some cases I may even do both, but we'll see. And as far as stopping goes, I'm not sure there's any real habits or anything that I want to stop, but for the next couple days I'll think about if there's something I want to fill in there. Okay, then moving on, we have this page, September intentions. So this is not a to-do list like it says on there. It's giving yourself intentions for each area. So you have spiritual health, personal life, physical health, key relationships, money management, and professional goals. So I'm going to put a few things in here. So professional goals, AI 120%, OI 120%. These are just some statistics of things we do with my work and my sales jobs. I probably think of a few other professional goals, but those are going to be the main ones. Money management, I'm always working on stick to budget, and that's really going to be the main one for me. A lot of times will set a budget and then don't quite stick to it, and it kind of throws me off, so I'm really going to make sure that I do that this month. Physical health, I'm going to do ice daily. I'm going to write that down over here. Exercise routine, and anything else needed for my back, since that's something I'm dealing with right now. And then spiritual health, I'm going to put down 2 to 3 spiritual books in addition to scriptures, just because I do that pretty much daily anyway, but I have a list of some of those that I would like to read. I'm also going to make sure I'm going to include meditation here, because meditation can be a spiritual thing in addition to my daily prayers. Personal life, I'm going to I have my 100 list of goals, and I'm going to try to put some timelines to at least some. And then professional goals, I'm also in the process of looking at paid ads and the funnels that are associated with those, because that's something for my health and wellness business that I may want to get into at some point. For key relationships, not sure what I'm really going to put there. I'm actually single, so it's basically just friends and family, and I don't know if I really have any intentions to put there. Okay, so then the next page is a mood tracker, which you can just kind of fill out each day. I'm not going to do anything with that now. The next one is the habit tracker, which is something I always like to fill out. So you can put up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 habits, and then check them off each day as you do them. So I'm obviously going to put ice on here. I also put bike, because I have a stationary bike that I ride daily as well. I feel like that's really important. I also like to do daily stretching. So my knee and back challenges, that's going to be important. I also like to get on the T-zone that I have. So you can see a lot of these are all health and wellness related. But, I'm going to put down reading, because making sure, along with my intentions, I get some reading done every single day. And then I'm also going to put down journaling. So I feel like that's pretty important. And then the other one I'm going to put is heat, like whether that's my infrared sauna or whatever. I'm going to put that on there. Okay, and then moving on, you have a page to class your sleep. Nothing to put there. Gratitude jar, I'll fill that out over the course of the month. Knowledge journal prompts. So there will be a meditation throughout the month that will have me fill these out. So I think I'll wait on that. Same with the letter to yourself. Not going to fill that out right now. Knowledge sketch. I'll complete that throughout the month. Then we have a coloring page and a poem. Complete that throughout the month too. Apple cider mocktail. This looks really good with the apple cider and ginger beer. The highlights of my day. So each day I'll just try to remember, as part of my journaling routine, to put something in. Since we're not quite September 1st, I'm actually filming this on August 31st. I think this video will come out probably on September 1st though, but yeah, I'll just be filming that. And then we got some doodling pages here. Then we got a labyrinth puzzle that I'll complete, monthly expense tracker, so this will be helpful for me to stick to my budget. And then we have, for each week, we have things that say, what this week I want to feel, weekly 3 major goals, habit activities for the week, your meal plan, mind, body, health, shopping list, and what you're loving for the week. And then, of course, of each day. Now, they've put in here the last week in August, and then started September here, and you can put like a rose, a bud, and a thorn, and then it continues for the rest of the pages. So I'm going to finish up this video by starting to fill out what's going to be going on in meal planning and things for the first week. I don't know when I'm going to officially fill this out for all the weeks for this video, just because, especially when it comes to meal plan, I have a general idea, and I actually just got a big chunk of my groceries for September, but I don't know exactly what I'm going to do all the time, so I probably will just fill it out for this week, and then we'll move on and take a look at the rest of the journal. So let's get started now with filling out this first week of September for me. So the first thing I want to put down, I want to feel, is I'm going to put down hopeful, because, with some of the pain I'm having, I want to feel hopeful I can get rid of it. And I want to just feel good and energetic. Just some of the things I want to feel here. Also, major 3 goals. I'm going to put make progress with back pain, and I'm also going to put, I'm in the process for online business of identifying and getting guests for my podcast based on some themes. So I'm going to put podcast guests themes. And then, of course, the other one that I always put on here is to hit 100% of work targets. And ideally I'll hit a little more, but for the time being, I'm focusing on hitting 100%. So my weekly to-dos, I'm gonna put find podcast guests over here too. And I'm gonna start working on timeline and budget for my 100 goals. I'm gonna put that here. Also, I'm also working on a little bit more of like adult coloring, things like that, doing some non-technology activities to relax. As far as habit and activities go for the week, I'm basically gonna follow the same ones I put on that other page. So I'm just gonna write down ice, T-zone, heat, journaling. I'm gonna focus on the ones that I'm gonna do every day instead of the ones that I'm gonna do, anywhere from 2 to 4 times a week. And then bike, I'll put on there. Okay, and then I'm gonna do my meal plan for the upcoming week. So this is gonna be Monday, and this is gonna be 9-2, Tuesday 9-3, Wednesday 9-4, Thursday 9-5, Friday 9-6, Saturday 9-7, and Sunday 9-8. So breakfast is pretty simple for me. I usually rotate between either like eggs with some vegetables or eggs and bacon, or like sometimes dairy-free yogurt, or occasionally we'll make, I'm currently trying to do keto as one of the ways I'm using to lose weight. So like, like a low carb type waffle thing that I have a recipe for. So what I'm gonna do is, for the breakfast here, I'm gonna do the keto waffles because it's a holiday and I'll have a little more time in the morning because I won't be working. For this, I'm just gonna put eggs, and then it will probably include a few other things. For Wednesday, I'm gonna put, I don't currently have any dairy-free yogurt. That's not something I bought as part of my shopping haul for at least these first 2 weeks of September because it just was too expensive, and I just ate some this morning actually for breakfast, so I don't really need to eat anymore. So I like to rotate a little bit. I also have a decent amount of smoothie stuff, so I'm gonna do smoothie. 9-5 is gonna be eggs. Thursday is gonna be smoothie. And Saturday I'll do the keto waffle things again. And then probably eggs again on Sunday. Okay, and then those are gonna be my breakfast. So then for my lunch, let's see, so Monday, dinner, I'm not quite sure. I think I'm going to dinner rather on Sunday night at my parents', so I don't think I'll be at dinner on Monday night too, but sometimes my mom or my parents have done barbecue. So, we'll see. I'm going to still plan for dinner on my own, and then maybe if I end up at my parents', we'll move that over. So Monday lunch, since I'm going to be working from home, what I'm actually going to do is I am going to put down something that might take a little bit longer than, maybe if I was, at home, but on a work day, because I work remotely as well. So for lunch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do our rice recipe, and I have this specific recipe that you mix like, it calls for regular cream cheese, but I don't eat that, so it'll be dairy-free cream cheese and spinach and chicken, some other things. So anyhow, just that recipe I'm gonna make for lunch, and I'm gonna double the batch and have leftovers of that for lunch on Tuesday as well. So I need to figure out what my dinners are gonna be. So my dinner, Monday, I think what I'm gonna do is like some cabbage and fish. That's pretty much probably all. Then dinner on Tuesday, I'm gonna do like turkey, burger, lettuce wrap. I've got like a plan and some ingredients there for that. On Wednesday at lunch and dinner, let's fill that out. So at lunch, what I'm gonna do on Wednesday is I'm gonna do just like salad. I've got quite a few salad ingredients, so that should work pretty easy to throw together on a work day. Then dinner, I am going to do probably gonna be time for me to do chicken again, because I'm eating chicken for dinner tonight, and then probably one more time over the weekend. Chicken, and I'm gonna have to figure out what vegetable, probably gonna do my green beans on that one. And then I'm gonna do lunch here and dinner, and I'm gonna jump ahead to dinner here and probably do salmon burger wrap. I only have one left, so I can only do that for one meal. Then at lunch, what I'm probably gonna do is, I think I'll have, well, I've got a bunch of chicken and frozen chicken, but I don't want to be counting that. But I think I will have some left over that I've still cooked. So chicken here at lunch, and we'll have to decide. I'm just going to put plus green vegetable because I'm not sure which one. I have a lot, and we'll see. That tends to be a thing I eat a lot of. And lunch and dinner on this one. So lunch on this one, I'll probably do a salmon salad. Probably have salmon 2 meals in a row, that's okay. And then dinner on Friday. So this one I'm going to leave open. I don't really normally eat out at all, but occasionally on Fridays I might get like a gluten-free pizza, something like that. We'll just kind of see how the budget and everything's going. Maybe I'll do that, and if I've accomplished all my goals and everything, okay. And then on Sunday I only need lunch because dinner is at my parents' house generally. Okay, so then lunch on Friday. Okay, so I got lunch on Friday, so then lunch on Saturday and dinner on Saturday are always, I'm not working obviously, so I can cook them at my house. I am doing, I believe, a podcast recording around lunchtime though, so I think I'm gonna need something fairly quick. So what I will do there is, I know I have quite a bit of white fish left, so I think I'll put down white fish because I can still pretty much cook that, and then I will plus a veggie, and then it will have been a while since I've had quinoa, so I'm gonna cook up some quinoa at dinner next Saturday, and then we'll probably do the salmon because I will have some left over likely, and a green veg that will be determined based on, I have a ton in my stock, so we'll do that. It's a mind body health plan here. So basically every day of the week here, I'm going to be doing meditation and sticking to a lot of my routines. I don't have any specific things I'm going to do differently other than I think Tuesday morning might be when I'll do one of my hot yoga sessions, and then I'll do it Saturday sometime as well. And then the rest of the week, I'll be doing swimming. So I'll just put swimming, and swimming. Saturday, I may also do swimming too. That's the one day of the week I sometimes do both. Okay. And then shopping list. I just bought all my food, so I don't need to create one. I am loving to figure out what I'm going to put in there. And then on here, I need to start filling out some of my different goals and activities. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do every day yet though, so that's going to be a project for this weekend. And so yeah, so I have, and then yeah, so like I said, so the rest of the journal is just the rest of the dates, which I'm not really going to complete that at the moment, and some notes. So yeah, there you go. There you have it, completing as much of my September Stoke and Sonder knowledge journal and planner for the month ahead as I can. And like I said, I will include a link to where you can check out this journal yourself. They do offer a pretty steep discount on the first month. It is a little bit pricier than, some other journal planners, but I found it to be really great, especially with the app that they have and some other things. There just really is nothing out there that beats it. I find it to be a really great combination of getting in your journaling, your goals, your self-care, your planning, all that kind of stuff.